A 19-year-old sensation now smashing the competition in the fastest growing sport in the world. Meet Anna Leigh Waters, the pickleball star, widely considered the greatest of all time in a still young but up-and-coming game. She's the most decorated pickleball player ever with 194 gold medals.
I don't see anyone being really close to her anytime soon.
Adding more hardware to her collection at this weekend's Professional Pickleball Association, or PPA Championships.
Anna Bright and Anna Leigh Waters are champions of the PPA Finals.
A familiar feeling for Waters, who's been playing with the pros since she was 12 years old. She picked up the paddle for the first time when she and her family had to evacuate their Florida home and temporarily moved to Pennsylvania after Hurricane Irma.
We were hooked, and we played 2 to 3 times every day.
Her mom actually quit her job as a lawyer to play professionally, eventually becoming the #1 ranked female singles player in the country. And when her doubles partner dropped out before a tournament in 2019, she asked her daughter, a middle schooler at the time, to step in.
The coolest thing in my life, I think, was getting to play with her, getting to sort of like be friends and teammates.
But it wasn't all fun and games.
I really, when I was younger, didn't really understand it. A lot of people were treating me poorly on the court or would get pretty upset, call me names, whatever. But now that I'm older, I realize, the feelings they must have been going through, like losing to a 12-year-old.
Flash forward to now, she's getting recognized by some of the biggest names in sports, like tennis legend Andre Agassi.
She's one of the great competitors I've ever seen sports, period.
And yeah, even Agassi trading in his racket for a paddle, making his professional pickleball debut alongside Waters at last year's U.S. Open. A surreal moment for her mom-turned-coach.
I had a cardboard cutout of Andre in my basement, like when I was growing up, like playing junior tennis. Like he was an idol of mine. So like now she's like hanging out with Andre and Steffi.
Waters wins, coming on and off the court, recently signing a deal with Nike. PPA CEO Connor Perdot saying she's been great for the game.
Having Anna Leigh is a dream come true, really.
He says when the league started in 2019, Waters took home $1,000 after winning a gold medal. And this year, he says she's going to take home $2.5 million. And she shows no signs of slowing down.
I feel like sometimes I've lived a full life, and I'm only 19. A goal of mine is just to stay on top as long as possible, however long that may be.
Okay, coolest story of the day there, buddy. And by the way, I guess she's paid for college right now with $2.5 million last year. Pickleball has got this tremendous growth, but we won't see it played at the LA Olympics, right?
Yeah, not LA 2028, maybe Brisbane 2032 when Anna Leigh Waters is going to be like 25 years old. But
right.
First, pickleball has to go super international. They have to have a governing body that will mesh with the IOC. But I'll tell you, Tom, pickleball may not be on the official Olympic roster, but pickleball will be played all over LA when the Olympics are here. And I know that may not count in other places, but it has become very popular throughout the country. It is super popular in Hollywood. It is the game that all the celebrities are playing. Selena Gomez, Larry David, Leonardo DiCaprio, the Kardashians. So you can imagine that there will be some very high-level Olympic parties when they're all here in Los Angeles, and they're all going to be saying, hey, you know what would make a great Olympic sport? Pickleball.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
We'll see what happens in Australia. Tom?
So do you play? And by the way, if the average age is about 40, no surprise a teenager is the GOAT, right?
Yeah, well, it's so funny that we say that she's a coach. She is like a storied veteran. Remember, 7 years ago, most people didn't even know that pickleball was a thing. I play a little bit on our block. We block out some stuff, but it's much easier on the knees than normal tennis. You can imagine the longevity that she's got in her career.
No. Great story. As always, Scotty. Thanks, buddy.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.